you again for coming back and tuning into the Double RT Boxing Show. And if this is your first time, it's the Ready Talk Boxing Show with your host, Mr.A. That is me on a nice sunny day here in California. Studio has a power outage, so we have to film outside. And today we are talking about the breakdown prediction of the fill-in for Billy Joe Saunders, Walter Kautondokwa, the Nigerian executioner. What chances does he have in this 12 round middleweight interim bout, the WBO interim? Now, of course, this fight is for the interim only because Billy Joe Saunders filed an appeal. You know, technically this was for the WBO belt, but once Billy Joe filed the appeal, the WBO said, okay, let's see what his appeal turns out to be. So it's for the interim. But if his appeal gets denied, the interim becomes the real belt. So it all depends on when the appeal gets filed. What it is, like I say, if the appeal gets denied before the 20th, this fight is for the real belt. And that being said, Walter, who comes in at the age of 33 with 17-0 with 16 knockouts, the executioner, his attributes are not listed on BoxRec, but he is a tall guy. The eyeball test it looks like him and Demetrius should be eye to eye. Demetrius might have a longer reach at the 73.5. He's 6'1", he's 6'1". Walter looks like he's about 6 foot, 6'1" himself. You know, Demetrius 30, taking on a 33-year-old southpaw, and Demetrius orthodox and the executioner. So you got Boo Boo taking on the executioner. If we're going by the names, you go with the executioner, right? You know, Demetrius has lived off the accolades of his peers, his flamboyant mouth. His work in the ring has been decent, you know. He hasn't really looked super phenomenal, but he's looked good. You know, he hasn't looked good as his mouth has sounded, to Mr. A's opinion. You know, but all his peers and everything give him high credit because maybe they see something in the gym. They felt it. Like I said, just Mr. A's opinion. He hasn't looked good in the ring as his mouth has sounded in interviews. Not to say he looks bad in the ring. He's, you know, his mouth is like a fucking A. But to me, he's looking like a B- in the ring. Now, taking on Walter should be an easy fight for him. Walter thing is power. But he's fought nothing but local fighters. Hasn't fought big names. Defensively, when it comes to feet work and leg work, Demetrius should be able to use the ring all around this guy. You know, Walter comes straight forward. You know, there's not much footage out there of Walter, but he's a come forward guy. He's not backing up and punching. So that right there lets me know, one, he's fighting very local people who he's far more superior than, and two, maybe he just don't have that skills. Footwork is he misses punches because to me he don't quite set up his combinations to throw. If he misses his left hook, he's a little off balance by it. I think Demetrius is going to take advantage of his feet work, constantly turn him, jabbing him, turning him. Defensively, I think the changing of levels and slipping punches and countering is going to be there all night for Demetrius. The only chance, it looked like Walter might have power over Demetrius. You know, but Demetrius does have a good pop. But like I said, whether it's his competition or legitimate, Walter throws a hard ass left hook and a mean straight right. But that left hook is dangerous. He throws himself off balance by it, but he also fucks you up with it. And I won't be surprised if there's a knockdown somewhere in this fight. If he flashes Demetrius with it. If Demetrius decides to bang, that's the only chance Walter really has. I don't see Walter jabbing consistently and beating Demetrius. He doesn't jab himself enough to get in. He jabs. But like I said, he's been fighting such local competition, domestic competition, that he could do 1 or 2 jabs and just walk these people down. You know, he's been having the height on these. From what I've seen, he has the height on his opponents, has the power on his opponents, and so he just walks them down. He won't be able to, with Demetrius' footwork, he won't be able just to walk Demetrius down. He's got to like jab him and control him, and I don't know if he has that type of jab, that sturdy, controlling jab. If Demetrius wants to get, show the world, make an impression, and try to bang with them, it's gonna open him up for that left hook. And if he lands that left hook, Demetrius has a good chance of going down. I don't think he'll knock him out. I think he'll like stun him and get Demetrius back on his P's and Q's and make Demetrius box. So I'm going with Walter scoring an early knockdown in the first 4 or 5 rounds, but after that, even before that, it should be obvious that Demetrius has this fight. But somewhere in there, it's going to be an early knockdown to make a boring fight seem interesting, and then after that, Demetrius should just continue to make this a one-sided fight. We're going with a new interim WBO middleweight champion, Demetrius Andrade. That's the breakdown and prediction right here on the RRT Boxing Show, the Ready Talk Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. Please subscribe, hit the thumbs up. There's my thumbs up to you. Bring it on back and hit that thumbs up. Follow the show at Twitter at RRTB Show. Thank you for your time and support. Correction. It is Nambia, where Walter's from, not Liberia. Sorry, guys. Hard. But thank you for tuning in. Anyway.